just being all over the field. Like I want to see my number in every frame
Sure.
of the film. It's just like, dang, he's running around. I want it as hard as it could be for them to cut me.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy JD6 here. I'm with my man. Shout out to KC Sports Authority. Make sure y'all go check that podcast out, man.
You heard the man. And welcome into another episode of the KC Sports Authority podcast. I'm your host, Keegan Russell, and in today's episode, we've got a fun one for all of you Jayhawk fans. With NFL training camps getting underway next week, I had the opportunity to sit down and chat with former Jayhawk defensive lineman Jereme Robinson. We were able to talk about his journey at Kansas and his 5 years here, as well as looking forward to his training camp session with the Chicago Bears next week, where he signed with them as an undrafted free agent over the summer. Had a lot of fun in this one. Looking forward to sharing this with you guys. But before we get into it, just make sure if you first-time listener, first-time watcher, if you're watching us over here on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast below. We would greatly appreciate that. And if you're listening to us over on Spotify, you can always hit that follow button, leave us a 5-star review, and you can hit us up on any of our social medias below. Give us a follow there, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KCSA Pod. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Wish Jereme the best of luck and all of our other Jayhawks that are going into training camp next week. But without further ado, here is my conversation with former Kansas Jayhawk, Jereme Robinson. All right, Jayhawk fans, we are now joined by former Kansas defensive lineman Jereme Robinson. Jereme, thanks for joining the show today. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited for this conversation. It's been not only a long 5 years for you here in Lawrence with the Jayhawks that we want to touch on, but got some exciting things in the works over the summer. So I want to start first with congratulations on signing with the Bears for the summer and for this upcoming training camp. But take us through, how's the summer been for you since that call came through and once you knew you were heading to Chicago? How's the last 6-7 weeks been since the draft?
It's been nice. It's been as nice as it can be. Yeah, I got the call. They told me they wanted me up there. They got me signed. Since I've been up there, it's been nothing but good coaching staff that's helping me out. That's helping basically the whole rookie staff right now. Um, yeah, and we've been going through the plays. We went through OTAs and I could say if it went pretty smooth. Getting to meet all the guys out there, it was pretty good.
Now, I know rookie mini camp, it's primarily focused on you guys, but have you had any of your welcome to the NFL moment with any of the veterans up there?
As of right now, not yet. Not yet. I'm
Well,
sure I
that's coming
will.
this upcoming week, probably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we know you got a former teammate up there in Austin Booker who, got drafted, picked up by the Bears last year. What was the first conversation with him once you got word you were heading to the same place?
Now he hit me up, just told me congrats. He ready to work with me. Book has been nothing but helpful for me, showing me the ropes around, where to go, who to talk to, what people like outside of the organization, just helping me out. He's been a real big help.
That's good. Hopefully that gives you some advantage at training camp, which unfortunately he's probably a little bit ahead of you on the depth chart. So you got some
Yeah.
competition there, which will be good. We'll get into some of that here in a few minutes, but I want to take you back to your time at Kansas. 5 years at Kansas in total. Each year we definitely saw the progression, not just with playing time, but impact on the field. Finished your career with 14 and a half sacks, just outside of the top 10 in KU football history. But take me back to your time in Kansas. What did it mean to you? What do you remember most? Some of the biggest moments or favorite moments from your time up here?
Yeah, I could say when I first got here, I knew nothing about Kansas. This was when Les Miles was here. He was coaching us up. Um, yeah, I got here ready to work, ready to make an impact, and that's what happened. Fast forward a little bit, Coach Lightpole got here, and we never looked back. He got us the real foundation we needed, and we just took flight from there. It's been pretty good. Kansas has been nothing but good to me. It's like a second home for me. I met my girlfriend here. Is Yeah, I actually really like it.
That's good. You've been one of the more influential guys in the program too over the last several years. I was joking around with a couple of your teammates the other day about how some of them have been here, for 4 or 5 years now. You were here for 5 years, and you guys are the old guys of the program, but the guys that were part of that foundation. You were
Hmm.
here during the transition from Miles to Leipold, and you helped set the tone with some of those other teammates of yours. Tell me, what is it like playing for Coach Leipold? What's a typical practice like? How intense is he during practice? Because the fans see the intensity and the passion and the energy on the sideline for sure. But what's a day in the life of a Kansas Jayhawk football player during a Leipold practice?
Now during practice, it's pretty intense. He wants everything right, and if it's not right, he will contemplate about starting it over. He harps on us about the details and the little things to get, not just to get through practice, but to finish it off right or do the whole practice right. So it's always about the little things with Coach Leipold, and I really respect him for that, for like opening our eyes and seeing like, oh, this stuff really matters.
Yeah, and it definitely showed up on the field. You think about your, 4.5, 5 years playing, there were things you guys struggled with early
Yep.
that definitely became that attention to detail that by the time your senior year rolled around, even though the success didn't necessarily show up in the win column this last year, a lot of those little things you guys weren't doing the first couple of years were mastered, and you guys were the talent was there, the athleticism was there. You guys were showcasing the skill set for sure. Just need a couple of bounces to go a few more ways, of course. One thing I always like to ask you guys, because I don't think the general public gets to see enough of this, but tell me the impact Coach Gildersleeve has on the program from a strength and conditioning approach. Because one thing I've noticed in the several years Leipold's been here is after the first year or so, you could now look at the roster and say these are guys that one look like they belong at the
Mm.
Big 12 level, but the physical transformation you guys have gone through over that time, I think a lot of that is credit to Gildersleeve. So talk to me a little bit about his impact on the program and how he's helped you kind of transition and transform your body to be an NFL ready player.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't do anything but shout Coach Sleeve out. I remember their first year here. After that season, it was probably like towards game 9, game 10. We were on the back half of the season, and he texted me with some numbers with the whole Big 12 D linemen, and they were averaging around, like, their smallest guy was probably 250 versus us at the time where our smallest guy was like 220, and our average was maybe like 800 versus their average was like 1,000
Mhm.
over the whole D line. And just to see that number increase every year was a really good thing, especially with our body weight, our composition, our body fat, just the numbers and pushing the weight. I could tell from year one how small or little I was versus now, and that's like all credit to Coach Sleeve. He definitely knows what he's doing. He gets us into it to make sure we know, like, okay, like now I don't think I would stress over it a lot because I know what I'm doing, in a sense, because he broke it down to us so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something I've noticed. I mean, if you look at the roster this last year and you go up and down, you are the guy I'm always circling going, yep, he looks like he's physically ready for the next level. And I always thought looking at the defensive line group, um, the tremendous success and progress you guys have had the last several years,
Yep.
Austin Booker last year, Lonnie
Yep.
Phelps the year before, Kyron Johnson a couple years
Yep.
before that. You guys have developed. Some of those guys were smaller to start with, and like you said, you guys have put on the weight, you've put on the strength and the physicality to where you look like you belong at the next level, and that's where you're transitioning to. How about before we get back to the NFL side and talking about Bears training camp, how about some of your fondest memories from the last couple of years, or a play or two of yours that just you're always going to circle remember back to?
Well, my fondest memories is just those days before the game, mostly with the D line. We'll have a little bit of DBs in there too. It was just fooling around, cracking jokes, just having a good time, trying to get that stress up off of us before the game. it's just a good time with the brothers, and that was always special to me. And of course, some big plays that I remember is definitely with Baylor, the strip sack. Um, it's another one.
Just 10 yards away from
Yeah, I
running it
know,
in.
right? Just 10 yards away. I needed some more blocking, but we'll talk about that one later. But yeah, that one is probably the biggest one I can think of right now.
Yep, I think back to the blocked field goal that Kobe ran back.
Oh, yep,
Uh,
yep, yep.
there's a lot of plays where even if you're not the guy making the final tackle or making the strip sack, I go back and watch film tape and I go, man, your junior senior year, if there was a play happening behind the line of scrimmage, you were involved in some capacity. That's one thing I think stands out about your tape is you have a knack for finding the ball and finding a way to impact the play. Whether it was 2 years ago with Austin, you guys tag teaming it, you getting the start, Austin makes the finish, or a rotational lineman gets the internal pressure on the inside and you kick to the outside and it slows the quarterback down enough to get a sack. So I've always found that you've had a just tremendous knack for making plays or being in position to make a play. And I think that's definitely something that'll hopefully help you stand out at training camp over the next several years. How about for the fans? Can you give us any insight on some of the guys that are coming up behind you to look forward to this upcoming season on that defensive line, or guys that you think will make a leap this year that we might not be familiar with?
Um, okay, so I really like the attitude of Tommy Dunn he has right now. He's in that good hunger mode where he wants to really show impact for himself and his team. So I like his style right now, his mental. I like of course Dean Miller, Deldrick, Withers. Those three guys are like the main three right now that I think that will have the greatest impact.
Tommy's always the interesting one because he feels like he's been here forever now too. He's another one that's a great example of getting in the weight room with Gildersleeve, the transformation he's gone through. And
Yeah.
Tommy, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus at all. You were a bit of a chubby guy coming in, and now you are a chiseled, mean fighting machine on the defensive line. So I think again, just testament to the way KU's tackled the strength and conditioning side. I mean, they have really transformed the program in the last 4 years, getting you guys to learn how to eat right,
Yep.
vitamins, performance before games, after games, how to take care of yourself. All that's really going into to the work ethic that you guys are putting in it, and it's definitely showing up every year now. The defensive line at Kansas is one to pay attention to, and one that can compete with the rest of the Big 12 for sure. Take me back, freshman to senior year. Um, if you could go back to your freshman season, are there any words of advice from senior Jereme Robinson that you would have told freshman Jeremy coming in to maybe speed the process up or to get you comfortable with?
Um, Honestly, I would probably just say don't stress about it. This was the time where we couldn't, or not that we couldn't, but we weren't as good. We were going like 0-9, like 2-10. It was really bad. So I would definitely say take some more stress off of myself and try to find those little things that I could do to like evolve the team.
Yeah, that's great. Well, let's transition back to the NFL here. So you had rookie training camp, however many weeks back. What were some of the things you noticed that were different from the college level? What was that process like making the transition from the day to day of the college grind to, hey, now you're in the NFL, rookie mini camp, expectations are different. What was that process like for you?
It was pretty easy actually. The process it went all it still you have the little details you have to pay attention to, like learning the playbook fast as you can, memorizing that, going out there and executing it, of course. But from a different standpoint, I think obviously everybody's strong, everybody's fast. So it's the league, so everybody's good out there. So you just gotta really lean into your skill set and go from there.
Has there been anything that's like surprised you so far in camp?
Uh, I wouldn't call it much of a surprise, but like I kind of had a feeling that I mean the guys really there. I mean it's just a football team. You got your goofballs, you got your people who play around. You got your. It's just another set of brothers, really.
Yep. So I know I was asking the other day. You said this was one thing that you changed about yourself going to football season. You lost the dreadlocks. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
I don't know, man. I felt like it was just time. It was time to get rid of them. I had them for like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think going on 5 years. And they were getting pretty long. I got tired of just cutting them to like shorten them up a little bit. Yeah, it was just
Those offensive
time for that
linemen
new
getting up
look.
there, wrapping
Yeah,
their
yeah,
fingers
yeah. The
around
old
you.
line, they'll grab high and pull your hair. It's crazy.
Well, let's talk about training camp. You head off this weekend, I believe, for
Yep.
training camp next week. A new look Bears team, new head coach with Ben Johnson. You guys have a ton of young talent mixed in with some good quality veterans. What's kind of the message been to rookies heading into training camp, or the message you've received on, hey, here's what we look forward to with you at training camp, here's the expectations, or is there something that's kind of pressing on your mind of here's what I need to showcase early on in training camp to make a positive impact and get noticed?
Yeah. What's the issue that's been pressed is like we want to come in here and win now. We want to dominate the field every time we're out there. Obviously for me, I want to show off my pass rushing ability, showing off that I can play this game at a faster pace and and be out there if I'm needed.
Yep. Looking at some of your scouting profile from the other scouts around the league, some of the things that have always stood out to them, like you just said, is the strength of your pass rush. Again, physically, you were one of the stronger guys in the Big 12 this last year on the defensive line, and even if the sack totals maybe don't represent that talent of yours, your ability to fight through double teams, to use your strength, to use the length on the outside. That was something I noticed in game tape, being able to break off of the tackle and extend the play to the left or to the right, and using that physical strength of yours to push guys around. And like you said, that's going to be a challenge in the NFL because these guys are all bigger, faster, stronger. But
Right.
scouts have said at least that, hey, that's one thing they look forward to seeing at training camp with you is you bring a different style of pass rush with this defensive line group from some of the other guys. Now, you obviously have some solid veterans ahead of you to learn from. You've got Montez Sweat, one of the top pass rushers in the league. You've got an aging Grady Jarrett, who I'm sure could be
Mm.
a wide range of knowledge to give you. Tell me a little bit about this defensive line group and how you think you kind of fit into the picture.
Yeah, they're a group of good guys. They're all caring about like showing the ropes and figuring out where you're good at and trying to show you like expose to you their thoughts on the game or what you could have did better. Grady has already dropped a bunch of knowledge about just the game, about how it's just football is still what you've been playing your whole life. Um, and yeah, they're they've been great, especially to this rookie class of us.
Have you had a chance to meet with Caleb Williams yet?
Yeah, I've seen him. We talked. We said what's up a little bit.
Have you
Cool
reminded
guy.
him of all of how he cheated
Yeah.
physics
Oh my god.
and sacks and lost that
No,
game?
we haven't talked about it just yet.
Well, you can remind him in a practice or two when you come off the line and maybe put a little extra something in that. In training camp, you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have a lot of guys competing for a similar spot for you to be in. What are some of the things you think you need to either improve upon or excel at the most to secure yourself a spot, either whether it's on the 53 man or maybe starting off on the practice squad? What do you think you need to do to push yourself above some of those other guys around you?
Well, of course, it'll fall into the playbook. You got to know your playbook. If you don't know that, that's the easiest way to be cut. Just knowing the ins and outs of where everybody's supposed to be doing, where we're supposed to be at, and from there it's just straining, just being all over the field. Like I want to see my number in every frame
Sure.
of the film. It's just like, dang, he's running around. I want it as hard as it could be for them to cut me basically.
What's your process to learning an NFL playbook as deep and wide as that could be?
Yeah,
Especially with a Dennis Allen playbook.
yeah. um, Basically the same. I've always had a knack for writing the plays out and memorizing that way. So I kind of do the same thing I did in college, where I'm drawing it out. I read it, redraw it, read it again, and go from there. It's been challenging because it is a deep playbook, but like I think I have a sort of a grasp on it now.
That's good. So if you were to secure a 53-man spot as we all are hoping and pushing for you, what's that moment going to mean for you personally when you get the call, "Hey, Jereme, you made it."
Yeah, it's gonna be special, man. Definitely gonna call my people first and let them know. I know they're gonna be screaming, ready to go. Yeah, and this that'll just be the beginning step for me, as in I need to get out there and show them why I made this team and what I can do.
Well, to wrap up, I got two more questions here for you. For Bears fans that aren't familiar with you or familiar with your game, and for the KC fans and KU fans around that want to just know a little bit more about you, how would you describe your play style to those people? What can they look forward to once you get on the field?
They can look forward to havoc, relentless effort, and going out there and pursuing the ball.
I 100% agree. That's what the game tape shows. Again, going back to your time at Kansas, you were always around the ball, even if you were not the one making the finishing tackle. You were starting the tackle. You get the strip sack to start. I think that's definitely going to showcase. And if you're doing that, I think you're in for some good times ahead in the fall. How about last thing here for the younger athletes who might come across this? What would be some advice you would give them as they begin or they're in the middle of their journey to where you are?
Yeah, the best advice I can give them is don't hurt yourself. It's already hard enough to get to where I'm at, and I feel like I'm not even there yet. Like I've barely got my foot in the door. So don't hurt yourself with these knucklehead things that everybody's out here doing and getting in trouble with that. Every football player, I could probably say, knows right from wrong. And if you have to ask yourself, this might not be right, probably shouldn't be doing it.
Yep. Yep. And then last thing, forgot to mention this too. Anything you take away from your time at Kansas or from Coach Leipold or any of your positional coaches that you think has prepared you best for the spot you're in now?
What I took away is just the accountability that we had at Kansas. Just being ready for the moment. Just always staying prepared. So like once you do have your opportunity, is you don't have to like mess it up or drop the ball basically. So just always being ready for the moment.
Yeah. Well, Jereme, this was awesome. I thank you so much for taking the time to hop on here with me. And I know not only Bears fans, but obviously all of your Jayhawk family down here is going to be rooting for you. They're super excited and hoping we're seeing number 69 for the Bears
Oh,
coming
yeah.
this fall. So again, appreciate your time. Thank you, and good luck to you at training camp.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Again, that was former Kansas defensive lineman Jereme Robinson. So pumped that he was able to come on the podcast and so looking forward to what he will be doing at Bears training camp next week. Wish him the best of luck from all of us here at Jayhawk Nation. Thank you, those that check this episode out. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. You can find all of our episodes over here on YouTube at KC Sports Authority or at KCSA Pod. You can also listen to us on the go on Spotify at KCSA Pod, where you could leave a 5-star review and follow the podcast. And then you can, of course, hit us up on any of our social medias there below: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KCSA Pod. Well, that will wrap it up for this one. We appreciate you guys as always. Rock chalk, and we'll catch you in the next episode.